First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And a sincere salutation to the Akim pushing this truth and sincerity by Shem Rokak Wadash. As you see the title of this video, you can buy a subterranean bunker for the end of the world for $500K. And this is dated December 20, 2021 by Silene Tanaka. Okay. So you can buy a subterranean bunker for the end of the world for $500,000. Okay. According to this article. But let's go ahead and read. Okay. And, get some scriptures to see if that's even biblical. Because, and we've done videos like this before. I know I have in the past, but it just amazes me, nowadays, this Edomite is going, super hard, on wickedness, he's trying to poison the whole world. Okay, he's already ruined the education, giving you poison, okay, through needles. He's already distorted the scriptures and raped, robbed, and murdered, the whole earth, and stolen the identity of the true Israelites. But here he is thinking that he's going to be able to hide, but it comes with the price, right? $500,000 to hide. And the thing is, if you were so bold, right? If you were so wise, if you were so prudent, if you have taken down the nations by your own strength, why are you trying to hide for the end of the world? Okay, because ultimately the Bible says that, the wicked will try to flee, okay, from the wrath of the Most High. But let's read this article and get some scripture, Lord willing. This is edifying. It says, Larry Hall, an ex-U.S. government contractor, has built an underground anti-nuclear village capable of sheltering up to 25 people for at least 5 years, and they are for sale. Okay, so this guy's an ex-government contractor, trying to build, and he has built an underground anti-nuclear village. So they know something's going to transpire in the near future. Okay, but you Jakes, you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, a lot of you are clueless to, the prophecies that are unfolding. Okay, but your enemy knows. It says rooms at this survival condo in America begin at $500,000 and come equipped with a virtual window. The place is the dream of any zombie apocalypse fan worth their rotten brain meat. Packed with the most luxurious facilities such as a swimming pool and a gym for you to ignore, and a reverse osmosis machine capable of producing up to 10,000 gallons of fresh water per day. Complete with 75-meter swimming pool, full luxury spa and sauna, movie theater, lounge, gym, rock climbing wall, golf range, indoor shooting range, and even a dog park. This is the place to be when the next lockdown hits. Hint, hint, hint. The underground village also has 15 floors and a fully equipped classroom, a large Whole Foods inspired supermarket, a medical center, and aquaponics lab where post-apocalyptic villagers can grow their own fruits and vegetables. And that noise you hear in the background, that's actually rain. But nonetheless, a refurbished old missile silo. Hall has spent more than $20 million converting it into the state-of-the-art 20 feet deep, 15-story, completely self-sufficient underground metropolis. And he hasn't spent it. He's an ex-government contractor, so the government's in on these, okay, anti-nuclear villages that are underground, that are subterranean. Completely self-sufficient underground metropolis, they say. The goal is to protect residents from a whole wide range of potentially world-ending threats, from a nuclear war to a pandemic, meteor strike, and civil unrest, he told The Sun. These are nuclear hardened These are luxury nuclear hardened bunkers that are engineered to protect any resident both physically and mentally too. And he continues, if residents want to bring their own food, they can too. Hall said there are walk-in freezers where they can store their own goods. So for instance, if they were going to be locked down for 7 years, they can bring with them 7 turkeys to save for Thanksgiving. It's just a question of what you want. It's very flexible. Want your room customized with an underground mosque or a concealed subterranean helicopter hangar linked by a tunnel directly to your unit? No problem. It will cost you a bit more money, though, like it did to this customer who's already purchased his customized room. The silo conversion cost Hall more than $20 million, but what is money compared to the safety of the human race? Talking about the importance of maintaining residents, psychological warfare, Hall explained it's essential. We hired a psychologist that worked on the Biosphere project with Arizona State University. Wow. And she's a consultant for NASA and European Space Agency for that matter. Okay. So they think they covered all, they think that you're physically and mentally going to be safe. She was employed to tell us what we needed to do, because if you have idle time on your hands, but you don't have enough activities to keep occupied, you can start to build up different levels of depression. Some people call it cabin fever, but it's essentially where you just shut down and stop functioning properly. Hall started out on his turning silos into post-apocalyptic self-sufficient communes for only $300,000 back in 2008 when he purchased his first silo, an Atlas F intercontinental ballistic missile silo. He certainly didn't make that purchase on Amazon. Right. And here's just some of the pictures. I guess this is the entrance. These are the levels. The third picture to the top right seems to be what? It looks like a bakery, right? There's food and, barrels for storage. What does it say down here? To the left, each room comes, second row, with a fully equipped modern kitchen. There's a gym in the middle, indoor shooting range, rock climbing wall. Here's the room with the fake view outside, just in case, you want to see some real sunlight. You never know how much, nature you take for granted. Okay, until you have to lock yourself in a silo turned bunker, after nuclear missile hits, do you? Till you. Yeah, so Esau think he got it figured out, man. He think he's gonna escape the wrath. Okay. And like I said, we've done videos like this before, But yeah, they, these Edomites think that they're going to live forever, man. This is Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Okay, so, Esau believes that, that they're going to continue forever. That they're going to just go on with their wickedness, and that their rulership is going to be continuous. It says, and their dwelling places to all generations, right? They think they're going to be able to survive. Okay, that's why the scriptures say the pride of their own heart had deceived them. Those that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks. Okay, so, those that dwell in the clefts of the rocks was written in Obadiah. Okay, and that's specifically speaking to what? The cave dwellers, which were Caucasians, which are Edomites. Okay, they think their dwelling places will continue for all generations. The Bible points them out. Their pride of their heart has deceived them, They think they're never going to be taken out of power, that they are the end all be all. White is right. This system, this what you perceive to be life, okay, is ultimately going to be discontinued. The scriptures say the fashion of this world shall change. Okay, and they have been given this rulership for the time being, but they're not going to continue forever. Okay, and as you've seen, you know, back in 2000, it said here in the article that this one cost 20 million, but right here at the top, Hall started out on his turning silos into post-apocalyptic self-sufficient communes for only 300,000 back in 2008, and you see what it has in it. Okay, whether he was funded or this is his money. Look, he got a pool with a whole you know, wave park in you know, whatever the case. You know, they just, hey, they got more than heart could wish, like it says here. Psalm 73:7, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. Yeah, they have more than heart could wish, man. Look at how they're living. Okay, look at what they're prepared to do. Some people can afford this. Not all people can afford this, man. But I bet you you know, the so-called elites can. You know, and that's all mainly who they're worried about. They're not worried about trailer trash Edomites, you know, rednecks that live in the ghettos along with you so-called blacks and Latinos. They don't care about you, and they damn sure don't care about Jake. You know, this is said to house 75 people for at least 5 years. You see. Yeah, so they have more than heart could wish, man, and you know, they want to rule. Okay, after the second coming of Yahweh Shai, they want to rule. Okay, by a select few. You know. What does it tell you in Malachi? Let's get Malachi real quick. Let's pull that up. It's the book of Malachi 1. Verse 4 says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, because at one time, okay, they came from the, you know, they were put down, you know, in the dark ages. Okay, they were in subject, you know, for you know, 1,000 years, if I'm not mistaken, and they were impoverished. You know, now when you get that word, let's see, impoverished.
Strong's H 7567. Rashash.
To beat down, shatter. They were beaten down. They were in the very lowest state. Okay, their nature is the caveman. You know, that's something that these devils don't want to admit. You know, but they put it out there. You know, by movies like Flintstones and Encino Man. You know, especially the whole we came from apes and stuff. They're just trying to, you know, low-key tell you that they you know, they came from that lowest state, you know, being red and hairy all over, you know, and you know, being deformed, you know, and having that cursed skin, you know, without melanin. They were impoverished at one time. It says, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus say the Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. So since they've been in power, they've built and built and built, and they have, you know, through the plan of Yahweh Bashim Yashai, have ruled the world. The scriptures tell you in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, so they have built, and ultimately, you know, their rulership is in this life. You know, and they leave their substance unto their babes. So, you know, the rich elites, so to speak, because they're not real rich, they're actual peasants. You know, they're actual. They're gonna serve a Jacob in the kingdom eventually, the kingdom that's gonna be on earth. But right now, you know, they're in their rulership, okay, and they vowed to return and build the desolate places. In which they did, and then they changed lands and moved boundaries and called them by their names and you know, and deceived the whole world into thinking that, you know, white is right and that they're God and the angels. So this is their time to rule. It says, but we will return and build the desolate places, and that's what they did. Thus saith Yahweh hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. So the Lord had indignation, which means a righteous anger to Edom, that whole nation, forever. So they can try to build, but the Lord's going to throw down. This is let's get there. This is Jeremiah 23 and 23. Am I a power at hand, saith Yahweh, and not a power afar off? Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him, saith Yahweh? Do not I fill heaven and earth, saith Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai? And that's the thing. See, they can't hide themselves in secret places. The Lord knows who they are. And the scriptures tell you in 2 Thessalonians, only he that letteth will let until he get taken out of the way. So he has to, fulfill his lot. He has bounds that he cannot pass. He's only in rulership for a certain time. Okay, his face is going to be on the money for a certain time. His laws, his evil decrees, his mandates, his whole pandemic, his whole NWO is only going to last until Yahweh Bashem Yashai intervenes, and that's coming. Even him rolling out this MOTB, he's not going to sit around and live years and years, okay, with the population that is that has taken the potato chip. That's not going to go on for a long time. Pretty much when that last prophecy gets rolled out, we're pretty much we're pretty much there at the end, which is now. Okay, starting 2022, we through the Spirit believe it's going to be rolled out real quick. Okay, so he's been a thief and a vagabond. Okay, he's been a traveler, going on to different parts of the world, subjugating the world. Taking their natural resources, like the scriptures say, robbing the eggs of the nests of the nations, which means the resources and their their riches and whatnot. And they think they do it by their own strength, that they're prudent, that it's all them. But really, the Lord has let them, has set them up, and He sees them. He knows who they are, and He's revealed them. Okay, to be the wicked, a wicked nation with no melanin. The people of His curse. Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him, saith Yahweh? Do not I fill heaven and earth, saith the Lord? Yeah, the Lord fills heaven and earth. The Lord sees all things, man. Let's see. What's going on? What's going on here? Let's see. This is the book of Psalms. Yeah. Psalms 21 and 8. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies. Let's look up this word find. Matazah.
Strong's H 4672. Matzah. Matzah.
To find, attain to find, secure, acquire, get. Things sought, to find what is lost, to meet, encounter. What the scriptures say, I shall not meet thee as a man. To find, says to learn, devise, to find out, to detect, to come upon. Right, the Lord is gonna find you. He's gonna meet you. He's gonna come upon you. Okay, He light upon you. To be encountered, to appear, to discover. You see? In those days, you're not going to be able to hide. Thy right hand shall find out all those that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. Yahweh Bashem Yashai shall swallow them up in His wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. So the Lord's going to destroy you and your seed, man. Their fruit. Let's look up this word fruit.
Strong's H 6529. Peri. Peri.
It can be used as offspring, children, progeny. Okay, but also fruit of actions, man. your NWO. The Lord's going to destroy from the earth all your wicked devices, all the things that you polluted the earth. You know, all the things that you didn't put in the air and the water. All this stuff has to be burnt, and, you know, a new world has to come. For they intended evil against thee, they imagined a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. Okay? For they intended an evil against thee, right? Their NWO. They imagined a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. Their crafty counsel that they want to unleash upon the world to subjugate every man, woman, and child. Okay? They're not going to be able to fulfill their plan. It's going to be thwarted. Okay? Job 34 and 22. 34 and 21. For his eyes are upon the ways of man, and he seeth all his goings. There is no darkness nor shadow of death, where the workers of iniquity may hide themselves. You see, there's no darkness, no shadow of death. See these people trying to hide themselves in the earth. You know, hey, you know, they even got some space shuttles. They want to, come out of the Earth's atmosphere and chill for a while, or till the indignation be passed, but they're not going to be able to. This is where the workers of iniquity may hide themselves. You know, the Lord sees all things. You know, eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. The Lord's going to find you out. This is Revelation 6 and 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, okay, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. And that's what they're doing. They're hiding themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Even there's even I think it's called Mount Weather, another bunker, but it's built on some of the hardest rock ever found in the United States. Okay, so that they're trying to hide themselves in the elite, so-called elites, even people who are whoever they invite, man, whether they be common or whoever. People are going to try to hide, man, from the indignation that's coming. Let's look at this word, dens.
Strong's G 4693, Spalayon.
Wow.
Spalayon.
Look what it says. A cave in a den, right? Outline a biblical usage, a cave, a den. But down here in the Strong's definition, it says a cavern. By implication, a hiding place or resort. A resort. Wow. This place is not a resort. I don't know what it is. You see? Let's look up this word resort real quick. Just to show you how real these scriptures really are. Resort.
Resort. Resort.
A place that is popular, that is a popular destination for vacations or recreation, or which is frequented for a particular purpose. Wow. You see? It's all in the scriptures, man. Why do people not believe in the Bible? It tells the past, the present, and the future. Okay, the history of the world. And the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves. Wait, let me read that from the top. And the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? And that's what ultimately people think. That they're going to be able to hide from the wrath of the Lamb, and the Lamb is Yahweh Shai, okay, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. So Esau think he got it all figured out, but the Heavenly Father, man, He got you figured out. You know, this was written way before you devils did any of this. You know, your lot is already written in the story. Okay, to be burnt. Okay, for all your wickedness, your devices, your evil devices. Didn't we just read that? Psalms 21:12. Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy strings against the face of them. Speaking about those nuclear missiles that are going to ultimately be shot from these other nations, that third world war, which is one of the reasons why you're going to hide yourself, you know, besides the other plagues that the Lord has sent forth that cannot be turned back. What does it say here in the NLT? For they will turn and run when they see your arrows aimed at them. They're going to try to go into these caves, to these dens of these rocks, these resorts, these bunkers, these space shuttles in the water, these submarines. But be thou exalted, Yahweh Bashim Yashai, in thine own strength, so will we sing and praise thy power. So Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to say shalom.